Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, Long Island is full of fantastic people. We have traveled into many of our great communities to bring you the following stories. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. Get ready, My Long Island TV starts now.
This is our first annual Scuba Fair. We're here today to try and get people involved with Long Island waters and just to see the wealth of opportunity that we have here. There's so many natural wrecks and just things for people to do on Long Island that they just don't seem to realize. So here's to bring some awareness. Turn it upside down and put your finger. About a year ago, I started a scuba club called Neutral Buoyancy. It's really kind of a pay it forward to the community to try and get divers into the water. It seems like the sport's getting smaller and smaller, and I just wanted to see people get in the water and just enjoy it as much as I do, because it's almost spiritual to me.
When you're proficient in doing those things in the pool, we take you out into open water, into real water.
I think this is going to be the first of many of these scuba fairs that Lisa's going to be sponsoring, and all the other clubs, including the Long Island Divers Association, are trying our best to help her out. And what she's trying to do, and I think she's really doing a super job, is reaching out to younger people to get them involved in the activity of scuba diving, which is really a good, healthy, safe alternative to a whole lot of things that kids are doing today. The most important thing I think you need to do is to have reasonably good equipment and very good instruction. We have a tremendous number of great instructors on Long Island coming out of the shops, and they're going to teach you how to become comfortable in the water, and that's really what it's all about. We're visiting another world. It's not our world. It's the world of underwater. We observe it, we enjoy it, we protect it. That's part of what LIDA tries to do too, is protect the underwater environment. From the age of about 12 years old until you're a grandfather like me, you can continue diving and enjoying diving. Just follow some very, very basic, simple rules which will be taught to you.
Really, the sport was developed out of a bunch of ugly old commercial divers like myself who actually just use this equipment to go to work. In the commercial or the military aspect of diving, diving is not a sport. It was basically just a mode of transportation to go to work. We were going to dive to do a job. It just happened that we had to do it underwater, so they needed to give us training in the equipment that we needed to get to that job and do our job. What I have today is a U.S. Navy Mark V diving system. The helmet was made in 1943. It was developed around 1920 and in use in the U.S. Navy until around 1980, when it was then replaced with something a little bit more modern made out of fiberglass, a whole lot lighter and a whole lot easier to use. This is one of the safest antique diving rigs that was ever invented. It's really heavy, it's really, really cumbersome, and it's really, really safe. The entire rig weighs about 190 pounds on the surface. In the water, it's a lot less because of the water the buoyancy, the air in the suit kind of counteracts the weight of the system.
You know what that is? Clam. No, this is an oyster, but they look kind of similar. This is a clam though.
We came out to the fair to basically advertise, some of the animals that you guys actually dive with. We have a tank with animals that are from, the Sound and can be found locally. So we brought a whole bunch of stuff. We have sea snails, whelks, and a lot of cool stuff you can see when you're diving. A lot of people like sea stars or starfish, and what they don't know about them is they actually have 5 eyes. They have one on the end of each leg, and also a sea star is the only animal that can open up an oyster. We have spider crabs. They're called decorator crabs also. You might not see these guys when you're diving because they actually camouflage in very well. They actually have a glue-like spit substance that's in their mouth, so they actually take algae off of the rocks and different kinds of things that they can find and attach it to themselves. So they blend in with their surroundings, so they're pretty cool animals.
At first it's like you can't breathe underwater, like you think that you can't, but then when you start it's just like it's perfectly fine. I learned that the signals that you do, this is okay, and you can't do this if you're okay, because then that means go up.
With the world being so hectic and everything always just coming at you one thing after another, you kind of just got to take that first step into adventure and go down, and it's just nothing else there but you and the ocean. It's another world. It's so peaceful. Everything's calm and relaxed. There's no telephones, there's no TVs. You're just at one with the world.
It was awesome, and I'm definitely gonna do it again.